Hey guys, it's Kitten, and this video is me putting on a DIY mask and talking about creepy shit and also just random shit I'm thinking about. The DIY mask that I'm doing may do horrible things to my face. It may not. I have no idea. Like I searched like everywhere, at least on Pinterest and like YouTube. I looked up like DIY charcoal, activated charcoal masks because I've noticed that my skin really likes charcoal. I was just like, I wanna do some things. And one of the most popular masks that like I saw everywhere was charcoal with glue. So stuff is definitely going to go down on my face. You can take that as dirty as you want. I'm not stopping you. I don't know how much I'm supposed to do, but we're starting with this. Was I one of the only kids that purposely put glue on their skin just to peel it off? I was one of those. It was the coolest thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to do one, but it literally reminds me of Oreos. Yes, I'm going to be putting this on my face. I mean, what could go wrong? My face getting inflamed, it falling off. I can just grow face back. Does that seem enough? Because I'm not gonna do my whole face. I'm just gonna like do the nose and the T-zone area and then my chin. Because that's where it's like really clogged. So I'm just gonna go in there with my hands. See how this goes. Probably gonna have to wash my hands after this. And for those of you that wonder why I have this so close to my face is because I'm that blind. Like I can't see, I know where the general area I'm going, but I need to have it here in order to see properly. If people were wondering like why I was so close to my phone in the Capricorn video, is that's why. Because I'm super blind. And that's one of the reasons why I was really worried to do that video and that series in general, is because whenever I need to do makeup, my face needs to be really close to like a reflective surface in order to like properly see shit. So I think we're good. I can already feel it starting to like dry, so I want to go wash my hands. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about is that on this channel I do want to do a lot of spiritual stuff, but I also want to do a lot of paranormal stuff and like alien stuff and stuff that's not really conventional, I guess. People like conventional topics for people to talk about. Sorry about that time skip. I just started to feel really uncomfortable with it on and talking because it's really tight. Sort of. It took some of it off, but it doesn't go deep like I want it to. They're kind of. Not really. I can't really tell in this, so I don't know how well it actually did. But the only like place that I can feel like it did something was right here. And that's like the only spot that I actually saw like some shit getting pulled out. So maybe I didn't add enough charcoal to it, and that's why it didn't like go deep. So I don't know. I'm gonna go wash my face. And time to moisten my face because it is thirsty. I can tell it's super tight and dry. And yeah, I know this probably looks weird. It's just that like when I was younger, I never washed my hands. And whenever I did something with my skin, it would always like get so much worse, and I never used lotion. And it was just bad. So like the last year or two after I went off the pill I was taking, not birth control, it was like a specific kind of acne drug that like messed a little with my hormones, but it was not like the pill or anything. The pill I was using definitely, like, it cleared up everything. Like, I didn't even have clogged pores, and like blackheads were non-existent. No acne, nothing on my body, just nothing. But the downside was I had very, very, very like, not painful or anything, but very bad periods. Like there was one time, like for like literally like a constant full month thing, I remember, like not a lot of blood, but like I would spot, like there was blood every single day for a month. And I remember that was like a problem, and it was just bad. Like after like a few years of that, I just decided like, you know what, I think I need to have my hormones like level out and do their thing. So I went off it. And that was like a year and a half ago, I think. But ever since like I got off the pill, I kind of did a strict talk down with myself that I was gonna use lotion, even though it feels terrible on my skin because of acne. But I was just gonna buckle down and do it because I knew my skin would need it. And yeah, my lotion is almost out, so this is how I do it when the bottle's almost out. So stick the finger in there, I guess. There we go. That's what she said. Stick the finger in there. Yeah. And now I have to look at myself while I do this. And yes, I know this is a lot of lotion, but it needs it. And I know if it starts burning, that means it's soaking that shit up. And yes, I use like 1 or 2 of these gloves every day. And I don't glove both hands each time. I used to in the beginning, but I noticed that was just gonna get rid of the gloves faster. And I don't have to worry about these gloves per se because my sister's a nurse, so she can just like get these from work. Same with other like medical supplies like gauze and like special medical tape. One thing I kind of wanted to point out that I find kind of annoying is this is a small glove and it's too big. Look at this shit, it's too big. Especially look at the pinky. Like why? Why? So my face is gonna look extra shiny right now, I apologize. That is because lotion in my skin needs it. Because I can feel it kind of sting and burn, that means my skin really needs it, and that's why I'm kind of breaking out right here, because I haven't really been taking care of it as much as I have been. Yeah, like I actually, when I went to the bathroom to wash my face, not like wash my face, just like wipe the shit off. I kind of pushed on my nose and a bunch of crap came out, so it didn't really do anything. So yeah, this is kind of part skin diary video, and then other things I want to talk about. I do want to, yes, yes, trash can truck. Okay, that's nice, that's good. Just keep going at a slow pace. Uh-huh. Yeah, just take your time. Yep, just take your time, that's great. This is part skin diary, part creepy shit that I want to talk about. I just kind of wanted to go over like the daily shit that I experience, like paranormal experience daily shit that just is so normal to me that I don't really bat an eye to it. One of the things that's like happening every day, it's not really paranormal, but it's indicated that it is a sign of like spiritual like awareness, I guess. I'm sorry, my nose is like super itchy for some reason. It's when you like look at like the clock or a timer or something to do with time, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that, or like 1, 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1 or something like that. I've never had like 3, 2, 1. I've always had like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. I've also had like 2, 2, 2 or 3, 3, 3. That happens every day. I don't really think on it. I just kind of smile and like, oh, look at this shit, it's happening. And I don't really think of it as like something big or monumental. It's just cool, in my opinion. Oh, before I continue, I'm really sorry if you hear like yard work tools in the background. That's why I moved you guys closer to me, so my voice kind of cancels out other sounds. But yeah, another thing that I really wanted to mention that like I kind of have daily, is I see things in like the corner of my eye. I know they're not bad or anything, but like sometimes when I'm on the computer, and for those of you that don't know, my computer is downstairs, kind of like in the middle of like my dining room and my kitchen. Like it's smack dab in the middle of all that. Where I'm sitting, my back is to like the backyard door, which is like this giant, like almost full wall kind of glass window thing with a glass sliding door, which, let me tell you, has always bothered me at night because we don't have a curtain on that door. It freaks me out sometimes at night, so I get kind of more on edge at night sometimes. Usually in the past few like months I haven't, but I don't know, like the last like few weeks I've been kind of on edge for some reason. I honestly don't know why. Nothing's really changed per se, but I'll get to that in a second. One of the big things that like does happen almost every day is I'll like, usually when I'm at the computer, I'll like, it looks and feels like someone like walked behind me, but no one's there. And sometimes if I'm fast enough, if I turn my head quickly enough, I do see like a glimpse of a dark shadow like going one way or the other behind me. Like I don't pay it any mind, I just know that like they're just walking around the house. It happens. If they're not doing anything bad or they're not bothering anyone, I have no objection. So pretty much that's a really common thing. Like actually I remember there was one night a month ago where that kept on happening. I honestly think that spirit kind of figured out that like it was bothering me and I was extra jumpy that night, so I think they did it on purpose a few times just to fuck with me, which is not surprising. Another thing that I have noticed is that sounds coming from my parents' room, like someone's walking around, and it's only, actually I hear it sometimes in my sister's room, the room right next to me. I never really hear anything in this room, but where I'm working downstairs with the editing and the computer, that the room right above me is my parents' room. So whenever like I hear something in my parents' room, it's very audible to me because I'm right there. That's something actually you will actually hear in a video that I've already posted. The morning video with my dog. There's a part in the middle of it that I actually amplified on purpose because I want people to hear it. That was actually a spirit walking around in my parents' room. In that one video in the middle of it, you're gonna hear like a creaky sound from above, and that's someone walking around, and I hear that all the time. It's not new. It's not the house shifting, because I know what that sounds like. There's a difference. This was someone walking around. Pretty much that happens all the time, at least in the last few months. Sorry, I'm late. It's kind of not pointed at me. I'm the intention. And I know the reason why that happens is because my mom is a little bit like me. She's not as like, I don't think she's as sensitive as me, but she's more of aware of stuff. So that does attract spirits. Like, spirits are attracted to me, so yay. But I do know that like she has some spirits following her around. I do know one of them that follows her around, and I know that she in particular has been around for a while, probably my whole life. For those of you that don't know, I am part Native American. If you couldn't tell, that's why I get my hair and my natural tan that I don't have right now, because I've been in this house for a long time and I don't see the sun very often. If I did go out more and I did see the sun more, I would definitely be darker. Like, now that I'm paler, I'm just like, I kind of miss my tan. Even though when I had the tan, I was just like, I want to be paler, I want to be white. Super white, so my hair looks super dark and I look super gothic and hot. And to me, pale skin is more attractive than tan skin, but I know people are iffy about that. I think I look good with pale skin and tan skin, so. And I just wanted to point that out. I am part Native American. We don't know what tribe she came from, but my great-grandmother or my great-great-grandmother was full Native American. She was, we think she was either from Apache or the Sioux tribe. One of those. We don't know. But she was, I'm just gonna explain her story for a second. We don't know a lot about her, but the reason why we don't know a lot about her is because during that time, that was probably when she was alive. She was probably alive during the time of like the Trail of Tears time. And the only reason we don't know anything about her really is because she looked white enough to pass as a white woman. So she lied, pretty much, saying she was Native American. And just lying that she was just a full white woman. Because she looked it. That's the only reason, and because of that, she couldn't really advertise that she was Native American. That there's barely any records of her and her life, I guess, in our family shit. So there's that. Like, I've always wanted to know more about her. Same with my mother. It's funny because in the last few months I actually found out that she is actually one of the spirits that hangs around my mom. And I know this because my medium friend that I've always mentioned, they said that they see sometimes this woman, but they pretty much mention that they sometimes see this older woman with really, really long hair. And instantly, when they mentioned the hair thing, I knew who that was. For those of you that also don't know, it is very customary, it's very traditional that Native American, at least women, do not cut their hair. That's why in a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows, a lot of Native American women have really, really long hair. That's why, because that's a traditional thing. Like, you're not really supposed to cut it. Or, like, I mean, you could, I think, but it wasn't, like, something... It was something that, like, that was kind of frowned on, I think. She's definitely hangs around my mom, and I know she's not the only one that hangs around my mom, but I know she's around. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That happens on a daily basis. Besides the fact that I feel things touch me all the time, but yeah, I love how I casually say that. Spirits can touch you, and there's a specific feeling that you get when they do. I get that all the time. I don't really mind it because it's gotten to the point where it kind of feels good. That sounds so bad. There's like a specific like feel to it, and because I've had it happen to me like for so long that it feels kind of nice. Like there's like a softness to it. Usually when like things touch me, I feel like the emotion of someone like doing this or something, but I don't usually like, I know like psychologically, I know like that's probably a hand. Hopefully it's not a dick. But, oh god, I hope that doesn't happen. So pretty much I know that it's a hand or something, like rubbing my arm or something. That happens, and there's a difference between different spirits of how it feels. I can definitely tell who is probably touching me by the way it feels. And I'll probably get into that like in a separate video. There's a few other things besides the touching, seeing like shadows in the corner of my eye, movement, blah blah blah. The last thing that really I get is like a sense thing, like not like, oh, I can smell them or something. That's kind of happened. Like where I smell something that's different, that's kind of happened a little bit. And especially in the last few weeks, I've been like kind of smelling things that don't really make sense. And it's like just in one spot and like then it's gone. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if that's paranormal at all, but it has happened. The last thing is like a feeling, a sense of a feeling you get when you're in a location or in a situation. You'll hear that a lot with YouTubers that do a lot of haunting stuff, like Loey Lane. She talks about like this like sense of dread or this like specific like vibe she gets. Or Haley Reese, like she gets this like specific vibe or feeling she gets. For those of you that don't understand that, it's pretty much like your sixth sense kind of kicking in. Only people who are extra sensitive to this stuff have that ability. Like specifically with like spiritual, paranormal, otherworldly stuff. Like everyone has a gut feeling, like everyone gets vibes from things, but only like specific people who have this awareness in them are only able to get this vibe, this paranormal vibe from things. It's different for everyone. So something did happen last night that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I've been kind of feeling it in the past week, but I've been going out of my way to ignore it. But it kind of hit me a little hard last night in particular. Yesterday was the day that the day after the YouTube change thing happened, so this is 3 days after that happened. I've been kind of in a down mood. Like the day it happened and the day after it happened, I was kind of sad and depressed. I've been just kind of off a little bit. When it happened, I wasn't emotionally like in a bad place or anything. I was actually kind of enjoying, like I was either watching Netflix or YouTube, but I was really enjoying what I was watching and I was really into it. But like for some reason, so just so you know, this was at the computer. So remember like backyard door and the window thing that's behind me when I'm working on the computer? This was at night, last night, and I remember I'm watching what I'm watching on the computer, and then suddenly I get this like wave of like dread, like that comes over me, and it specifically, it felt like someone was like watching me, and like very intently, and it was really weird, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But I remember it was one of those things where you're like, you turn around to look and you expect something to be there, but there was nothing there. And I specifically looked, okay, just so you know, the door was open, but no, it wasn't paranormal or anything. With my house, the last few days it's been kind of hot, so we open up the house and blow like cold air in with the fan. So that's the fan was in the door, and like the screen was closed, but the glass door was open. And I remember I had previously turned on the backyard light, so there was light at the door. And I remember like slowly turning around to look at the door, and I knew it was at the door. It was really like, it felt so uneasy, and it was weird, and I get a feeling that it was something bad. I know it was something bad. I get a feeling though that it could have been the spirit that haunts my brother. For those of you that don't know, my older brother is a asshole. And because he's so negative and he has a negative outlook on life and he's such a douche and such an asshole to everyone, dark spirits are attracted to that. And they feed off that. And they make that person more of an asshole. And so when I found out that like he had a dark spirit following him around, that was not a surprise to me. Because like I kind of half expected it, to be honest. And yeah, so I get a feeling that it was his spirit, but I don't know for sure. It could have been something new, but a part of me doesn't even know if it was spiritual or not. I kind of want to talk about this, but kind of not, because I'm worried. It was probably spiritual. A part of me is just afraid of alien stuff a little bit. I don't want to sound crazy or anything. I'm talking about ghosts. I can't really go any more crazy than that, because for those of you that are new, I have this thing with past lives, and I know I've had 2 alien past lives. So in my gut, in my reasonable mind, I guess, I do know aliens exist. And I actually know what types of aliens exist. So I'm a lot more aware of stuff like that than the average person. People could credit me as like insane or stuff like that, but in my mind, in my gut, I know this shit is real. Because of that, I know that, yeah, I just know because of that I'm more likely to have things happen to me, which fucking scares me, you know? Like, that's one of the reasons why I'm so afraid to do the alien past life videos, because I don't want something to fucking happen. Even now talking about this shit, like, kind of scares me. But there was a slight feeling from the thing I got last night that wasn't spiritual or paranormal that I was worried about. Like, that I've been having like a kind of feeling in the last week that, again, I don't want to sound crazy, but something could be around my house or is attracted to this neighborhood. I don't know. That could be extraterrestrial. And now I have lost all the boyfriends I could have. Just, they're gone. Poof, there we go. Single for life. So that happened last night, and I kind of, when I saw that there was nothing at the door, I kind of turned around and ignored it. I still started, like, I still kind of felt it, but it was not as intense because I was ignoring it. When I'm talking about this, there's like a specific, like, image, I guess, that comes into my mind, even though I didn't see anything. Though it's like I knew what I could have saw or seen, but there was nothing like physically there that I could look at. And like it's like my mind kind of put that like piece in my head, so I like, it's not like a vision or anything. It's like this awareness that I kind of know what it looked like, even though like I said, I didn't see anything, but it's like in my head, in my gut, like I kind of had this image of what it was. It was definitely male, because in the image I have in my head, it's tall and broad and big. It was not like, it didn't have a female physique at all. It was big. And I don't remember, but like in the image I have, it was big, tall, bulky, like all of it was shadow. The only color it had was its eyes. His eyes were red. And that's the only image I have of what happened last night in my head. So yeah. So hopefully I don't die. I think that's it for this weird video of me just talking about stuff that I want to talk about. So yay. I will do, if anything else happens like last night, I will tell you guys, because these videos are more like, I mean, I want you guys to like hear my story, and I want to tell you guys, but this is like kind of more of like a documentation for myself that I can go back to and be like, okay, on this day this happened, and like this is what I remember, and this is what I said in the video. So it's more of like a diary of sorts, I guess. I keep moving because I need to pee. 1 second. So pretty much like I will update you guys if anything else happens. There's actually other feelings that I've been having the last few weeks that I haven't really talked about in depth on this channel before, but it does have connection with my past lives, because I'm gonna quickly get into it. But in a lot of my past lives, there's been this trend in all my lives, like even the alien ones, where I go out at night by myself and shit goes down. And when I say shit goes down, I get attacked a lot of the time, because there was an incident in my Scotland past life where I was going home at night or something, and I'm attacked by this guy. And then in one of my alien lives, I'm going home at night again by myself, and I get attacked by a guy. But both times, I'm saved by a guy that I end up marrying, or like becoming in a relationship with. It's weird, I know. But in the last like few weeks, I've been having like this feeling that I should go out at night. And like deep down I'm like, that's so stupid. Have you not learned your lesson in the past life, like in your past lives? You attract bad shit, especially at night. Why would you want to go out and attract that? I don't know. It's just been this kind of like urge, this feeling that I've been having the past like week or two that I should like walk my dog out, like out at night. And I'm just like, no, but maybe, probably document it for you guys. See if anything happens. I don't know. So that was a quickie. I will probably talk about that more in depth in my past life videos. But anyway, I hope you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yes, you can comment on how shiny my face is and how crazy I am. I'm okay with this, because I already know that I'm crazy. And I already know my face is super shiny. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I had to think about it. I try to be consistent on that. I'm really gonna hit hard with it because of the YouTube shit storm. It is a shit storm. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and if you really want me to like talk about my alien past lives, I really need like encouragement for that. I really want to talk about it, but I'm also afraid. So like you guys have to like reassure me. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, bye guys.